Okay, I'm back again. We had some technical difficulties. I didn't get to quite finish my first video about Teague. Well, as I was saying, my Aunt Lily McKenzie from Mahia, she, I visited with her after I'd moved to Teague about a year later, not a year later, but just a couple of months later. She said she didn't have long for this world. I told her you probably lived to be 100. Well, she didn't. And she passed away on February 25th of 1975. I was working. Well, I went to her funeral at Blair Stubbs Funeral Home in Mahia, and then I that night I went to Waco, to Baylor campus, to hear a lecture by Dr. Harvey Cox of Harvard Divinity School. And at the time, I was working on my thesis on the Nation of Islam. It just so happens that on the same day my Aunt Lily passed, Elijah Muhammad, the head of the Nation of Islam, had died. They died that day, but that's the only thing they had in common. Okay. Well, I'll say more about that later. And as I say, on December 2nd, 1975, I was a Baptist, member of St. Mary's Baptist Church in Waco, December 2nd, 1974. And then I was still a Baptist in February, but in April of 1975, I joined the African Methodist Episcopal Church, have been with it ever since. That's when I first met Stanley Johnson. And there I visited a number of AME churches in that area. And I remained in Teague, and I got my first appointment to Emmanuel AME Church in Dallas in September 1976. It took about 6 months to find employment in the Metroplex, and got married in the meantime, and got married February 19th, 1977. The following month, we moved to Dallas. We've since moved to Kaufman, to Waco, back to Dallas, to Ennis, to Corsicana, and God willing, in 2020, or if in late 25 or early 26, we'll be moving back to Fairfield, and our journey is coming full circle. If it hadn't been for this job at Teague, I would not have met my dear wife. And I had so much experience there, many positive things that happened. I thank God for my 2 years in Teague, Texas. A very interesting chapter in my life. Y'all have a wonderful evening. God bless.